1971, if somebody would have said, relocate the Bengali refugees. You need to have patience. 5 years is nothing. And believe it or not, Bangladesh can handle 1.1 million refugees. I'm telling you, we can handle. Well, he can tell you more, but I'm telling you we can handle. 1.1. This is the 8th largest country in the world. 170 million people. We can handle 1 million. You need to have patience. But to flag this idea of relocation, to flag the idea of third world settlement, you are falling track to what the Myanmar military wants. Because they had committed genocide. And what about the identity of the Rohingyas? Think for once that you spread all these 1.1 million into 20 different countries in the world. What would be the identity of the Rohingya? What would be the civilizational context of the Rohingyas? What would be the history, the pain, the sufferings? That's the point. So we cannot flag this idea of relocation and resettlement. If somebody wants to go abroad, and as I pointed out, 19 countries there are Rohingyas. Did that solve the problem? And why the international community is not interested in relocating the Rohingyas, and why they were so hyperactive with the Ukrainian refugees? Well, mainly because these are disempowered. Simple as that. I remember way back there was in UNHCR a particular poster that I saw when I was working for a while in Geneva on stateless people. Then Einstein is a refugee. Okay, remember that poster? And I immediately said, hello, Einstein anybody would take. It is the non-Einstein we are talking about. It is the Babuchi of Einstein we are talking about. The point is, it's, anyway, I just want to flag this idea, that's out of the question. And this is not something that we can flag. Morally, it's not something that we can promote, because this is an issue of genocide, an issue of identity, this is an issue of civilization. From that standpoint, this relocation is out of the question. Yes, 1.1 billion, Bangladesh will suffer. That, look at Bangladesh. Look at, even with the pandemic, still we have growth. How is it possible? Don't underestimate the power of 1971. Bangladesh is not like any other South Asian countries. We are only South Asian country which is People's Republic. We are the only South Asian country which fought a liberation war. But the military, police, students, farmers got together and fought for a country. No other South Asian country fought a liberation war. And now people talk that Bangladesh is a model of growth a little bit, but I'm not so much interested in the growth. But look at the Human Development Index. Amartya Sen has been flagging this point, almost, I would say, 10 years on, or even more, that Bangladesh is a different story. The Human Development Index, people are not talking about the growth or economic growth, GDP is nothing, but look at the Human Development Index. We have done better. Look at our, particularly life expectancy. We are higher than India. India got independence in 1947 and here is 71. We are almost reaching a life expectancy near to China. Our NGOs have worked. We have the largest NGO in the world. BRAC is the largest NGO in the world. Have some confidence on the people of Bangladesh, for God's sake. Have some confidence. This is an old civilization. I'm telling you, I can talk for hours on 6th century BC. I can talk for hours on 3rd century BC. Which country you can talk? You can go back for hundreds and thousands of years like that, just in a click. So that's one point. Second point, somebody raised the issue of Mohibullah killing and all. I will say it was an issue that the international community created. Why? Because Mohibullah was made into a leader. Never do that in a situation like that. Because then you target that leader. They should have gone for a collective leadership. But here is a person, and I feel I've seen him because it's very unfortunate. He's the one who is going to New York, he's the one who's going to Donald Trump, he's the one who's going to Middle East. You target that person. Why will others who are sitting, or have been working for years, would tolerate that? That was a mistake. It was a blunder. It was absolutely a diplomatic and, serious blunder on the part of those who promoted Mohibullah. Never do that in politics. This is a simple lesson. The leader must be almost, so powerful that there are hundreds of people can protest. But that is not the case of Mohibullah. So, he literally invited enemies. And I will say that this is a good lesson. In the future, hopefully, there will not be one particular, there should be several. Then only, I guess, the issue of leadership will go. The third one, which is I think very important, and this has not been flagged, is the issue of drugs. Moinul, in fact, flagged it a little bit, but let me, stress on this. And this is also the international community must recognize and must flag it. Why I'm saying you see, Rohingyas are not consumers of drugs. Okay? Bangladeshis have become consumers of drugs, but we are not producers of drugs. We don't produce drugs. The Rohingyas also don't produce drugs. Who are the producers of drugs? Everybody knows it's Myanmar. It's a synthetic drug. Everybody knows the factories are there. Why is the international community not bringing this issue at the forefront? Because it's the money. Look at the return. I always tell my students that you are in the wrong business. Wasting your time in the classroom. Let's get into Yaba. And now with the ice, with this concentrated Yaba, why my God, what a return. But what is happening with Yaba? You see, whenever you have Yaba, you cannot stop small arms. Drugs and small arms, they go together. But more importantly, drugs, small arms, and violent extremism go together. And why I am saying this? I was asked by UN several years back